What is up, guys? Legit Cuba here, back for another video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing an in-depth tutorial on F2L. Okay, so this video, we're going to be covering F2L, which if you didn't know what F2L is, it's just making pairs like this, and then just inserting them and completing the first two layers at the same time, instead of having the beginner's method where you have a corner here, right here, and then lining it up and then doing righty alg until it goes in, and then finding the corner, which is here, and then lining it up with red and moving it away and doing this. So instead of doing that, F2L is just making the pairs and then just doing them both at the same time. So let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so before we get started, let's just scramble the cube. If you want to follow along, you can do this scramble, or you can just mix it up how you want. Alrighty, so to know it's correct, you'll have this green on green side, you'll have these bar, and then it connect with the yellow, and then you'll have a white angle with these blue stickers here, and then a red block. Okay, so first we would just solve the cross. So orange is here, so let's see, it's double turn red, insert green, and insert blue. Alright, so after you get the cross down, F2L is, instead of just lining up the corners and then doing righty alg until it goes in, it's just making pairs and then inserting the pairs to do the layers at the same time. So let's start with blue and red. So we have the blue and red corner here, and here's the red, blue and red edge. So to get this edge out, you can do R, U, R prime, and that just moved it up, pushed it out of the way, and then put the cross piece back. So now we have the edge here and the corner here. If the tops are different and the white is facing the left, or if the white is facing towards you, or if it's over here, if it's facing, just bring the white so it's facing in the bottom right corner, and if it's facing you, then the corresponding edge piece has to go in this slot right here. So then what you can do is you can check this back slot right here, and it's empty, so we can hide the corner piece with R prime, bring the edge piece over with U prime, and then bring the corner back up with R. Now let's just move the corner up to where it goes, and then you're just going to do lefty alg and it'll insert it right here, because what it does is you do L prime, which makes the pair. See, you have the blue and red with white, and so you do L prime, U prime, L, U. And so that inserted the corner right there. So I'll do it one more time. So you line up the corner above where it goes, and it's facing the left or towards you. So if the tops are different, then it goes in this slot. Then you do L prime, U prime, L, U, and that put that one in. Now let's do green and red. So we have green and red here and here. So let's get this corner out. We can do R, U, R prime. And so that just took the corner out and the cross is fixed. So we have the green and red here, and the corresponding edge is, where did it go? Right here. So it's right here and the edge is here. So let's face this towards us, and so it's facing, the white is facing towards us. So the corresponding piece goes in this slot because the tops are different. If the tops were the same and it was facing to the right, then it would go here. But, so let's line the green and red above to where it goes. Make sure this is in the right slot, and then you do L prime, which makes the pair. Then you do U prime, which brings the pair over to where it goes. Then L. So that just brings the pair in. Now let's do green and orange. So here's green and orange, and here's green and orange. So let's just take it out, doing R, U, R prime. And so we have green and orange here, and green and orange here. So let's bring it to over the slot, and let's just bring it in the bottom right corner, which you can just do by doing U moves or U prime. So now it's in the bottom right, and we see the corresponding edge. If the tops are the same, that means, and the white is facing that way to the right, then this edge piece needs to go right here. So we have something in this back slot, so let's move. Let's do U-turns, so we don't have anything in the slot. Then you're gonna do R prime to hide the corner. Then you're gonna do U prime to bring the edge by it, and then R. So now that makes the pair. So what we just did was, these ones were the same. We brought the corner in the bottom right corner. It's facing the right, and so this edge piece has to go in this slot. But if we hide it, we can't, because that'll break that pair. And we can't just turn the edge piece over because it'll move this corner piece. So we have to bring it over here because we need this back slot open. And then we can hide the edge, hide the corner, I mean. Bring the edge over, and then bring the corner back up. So that makes the pair. And then you can just bring it. We need this empty slot to go above where it goes. So this pair goes here, and we can't, if we turn it down, that breaks the cross piece. So we need to put whatever empty slot is on the same row that these are, you need to put that slot above where it goes. So in this row where the pair is, this is the empty slot, so put it above where it goes. And then you just do, you can hold it so the pair is facing you, and you can do L prime, U, L. And that inserts the corner pair. So what we did is we had the pair is in this row, and whatever part of the pair is in the row, you just bring that piece above where this pair goes, and then you just do L prime, U, L, and that inserts the edge. Now the last one is blue and orange. So here is the piece right here, and here is the edge. So we can see right here the tops are different, and so we have the corner in the bottom right, it's facing towards us, so we know this piece, since it's different, has to go in this slot. So we need to hide the corner. Oh, we can't do it there because that'll break this F2L pair. So let's move the corner piece over so this slot's empty. Then we can hide the corner, bring the edge piece over one, and then bring the corner back up. So now we have the corner facing us, and this is opposite, so everything's in the right slot. So now you can move the corner above where it goes, face it toward you, so we have corresponding edge here. You can do L prime, U prime, L. And so that inserted the last pair. So now you'll have white solved, and then you'll have the first two layers done at the same time. And now I'm gonna do a few other cases which are harder, and I'll just go through all the cases one more time. Okay, so these are some of the cases which may be harder to solve than the other cases. So yeah, so the first case is when you put the corner in the bottom right corner and the corresponding edge is right here. So if the white was facing towards us, we would have a pair, but the tops are the same and this edge just needs to go here. But you can't hide the edge because then it brings that down with you. So what you can do is just make sure this slot's empty. Then you can do F, U2, F prime, and all that did was we make sure this is empty, we hide the corner, we bring the matching over to here, and we bring the corner back up, and now so they're here in the same color, and now we have to make sure this slot's empty, then we hide the corner again, and then bring it up. So this is just intuitive F2L. If you want like actual algs that will just automatically do that so you don't have to do all this, then there's a link to a website. Here's the website name, and I'll have the link for that in the description. But this is just an intuitive F2L for beginners. So then you have your pair, and then you can see the row that it's in, and then you can get this other different piece, put it above where it goes, and then just do L prime U L. Now let's move on to the next case. Okay, so the next case is when you have a pair either where it goes or in a different slot, and it's paired up except it's just upside down. So this case is really simple. You just put the piece in the front so it's facing you, this pair, and then you do R, U prime, R prime. So all that did was we just brought the pair up, moved the pair out, and then we just fixed the cross. And so now your pair is here, and then you can just see the row that it's in, see this other empty piece, put the other piece above where this pair goes, and then just do L prime U L. Alright, now let's go to the next case. Okay, so the next case is when you have a white facing up. So if the white is facing up, it is very simple. You can either go to the website and learn the algs to do it for you, or you can just do this easy intuitive tutorial. So if the white's facing up and the pair is here, all you need to do is just get the corresponding edge to this in the top row, but not in these two slots. So the edge could be here or here. If the white's facing up, it could be in these slots, not these slots. So in this case, it is in this slot, so we need to make sure this is empty. Then we can hide this corner, we can move it, and then we can bring it back up. So now you go to the edge piece, and you see the color that's facing you, and you line that color up with its center. So now we have the edge piece here and the corner here. Now you look at the corner and you see this corner, you see orange is on the right and green is on the left. So then you turn it, let's turn it this way. Nope, that makes orange on the left and green on the right, so we can turn it this way. And then we can put the edge over it, and then we can bring it back up, and so that just pairs it up. And then you see it's in this row, and this is a different one. Put that one above where it goes, and it's on the right, so then you do R, U prime, R prime. Alright, and we'll do that again with green and red. So this is the next case where it's above the slot, except this is the wrong way, and these don't match up. So what you can do in this case is you can move the corner off, then you can take this edge piece out, line it up, and then turn it the opposite way that it was, and then you can just bring this edge piece over it and then fix across, and now you have it here. And now you can just line this piece above to where it goes and then just insert it. Okay, so the last case is when the white is facing you, or if it's facing the left. But if you bring it to the bottom right corner, it'll be facing you, and their tops are different, and it's in the wrong slot. So if it's different and it's facing toward you, then you know this edge piece needs to be here. So if we can check this back spot, that's clear. So then you can just hide the corner, move the edge piece into that slot, and then bring the corner back up. So now you can bring the corner above to where it goes, and it's facing towards you. So then do a Y move, and then just do L prime, U prime, L. And so now that one is inserted. Now on to the last case. Alright, so the last case is where everything is solved, or if everything isn't solved, and you have the corner where it's supposed to be lined up, blue and red, and then you have the edge, but the edge is flipped. So there's a few different ways to solve this. There's owls that will solve this, or I have two ways that you can solve this. So one is you can just do R prime to get it out, U prime and move it out of the way, and then you can bring the corner, and then you can separate them, and it's facing toward you, and they're different. So this edge goes here. So we need to make sure this slot is empty. We can hide the corner here, move the edge piece into the correct slot, then bring it back up. Woo, jeez. Okay, and then you can move the edge piece above where it goes, and then just insert it. Alright. Okay, and then the last way you can solve it if it's like this is you can just do RU, R prime, U prime, like this, and then it'll pair them up. You do that until it pairs them up, and then then it's flipped. So then you just bring it up, move it out of the way, and then you just fix the cross. And then you go to it and you see what row it's in, then this different piece, and then you can just insert it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that in-depth tutorial on F2L. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That lets me know that you enjoy these tutorials, and I will do more in the future. So comment, like, subscribe, and the OLL tutorial will be out tomorrow. And hope you learned F2L. If you have any questions, if you need help with F2L more, then you can leave that in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. LegitCuber out. Peace.